begging a cute girl to meet you down by the tracks, Harper? Good thing Thea and I are tight.
I have to show you something.
Easy there, Tiger.
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. This week on Arrow, Slade finally put on the costume. Oliver made Roy an offer he could not refuse, and as the title of the episode implies, blind spot, everyone is missing the giant Deathstroke-shaped warning sign. Also, big heads up, I'm doing Q&A videos for all the rest of the Arrow episodes. Be sure to subscribe to get everything. If you have any Arrow or Flash-related questions, just put them in the comments if you want me to put it in that video. So, careful for spoilers from this episode if you haven't seen it yet, because we'll be talking about specific plot points. But let's do our top 5 moments, and then I'll do my review. Number 5, Brother Blood kills his mother. I knew he was going to kill her just because the scene was so creepy. I don't know why he had to go out in the hall to put the mask on though. There weren't any cameras, so it had nothing to do with hiding his identity. I think he's really just drunk his own Kool-Aid and puts the mask on to become the Brother Blood character. We haven't gotten a really explicit explanation of what his philosophy is, but I'm expecting Oliver to trap him in a classic evil guy monologue where he explains everything. In the comics, Brother Blood killed both of his parents, so I guess it was only a matter of time before he killed his mother too. Slade has this really strict sense of justice, so eventually Brother Blood does get bitch slapped. I would have been happier if Slade had just stabbed him through the hand instead of just killing all his men though. I feel like that would have been more satisfying. Number 4, Laurel goes off the deep end. The Laurel arc this season is basically her flushing herself down the toilet, which is why you see her inhaling all those pills. I think she's been taking Oxy. Quentin says that she tested positive for opiates and she stole pills from him. It's a little after school special, but I think it's a good way to explain why her character has been so off-putting this season. Plus, her trip to Skid Row in the next couple of episodes is how Oliver convinces Black Canary to come back, which in turn will bring the Nissa Al Ghul character. So when Laurel takes a dump on herself by flushing her life down the toilet, she's really taking a dump on all the other characters because it brings down the League of Assassins on them, and thus the shitstorm begins. Number 3, Ivo turns on Sarah. Back on the island, I really thought Ivo was going to confess some crazy Amazo plot that went way beyond the Mirakuru serum, but he really just went crazy. In the comics, he has this phobia of death, so that could explain why he was acting so crazy on the CB radio. Whenever he was talking on the radio and the camera was in really close on his face and he looked really tense, I expected it to pull back and show Slade with a giant knife on his throat, but Slade has been MIA since he ran off still, so eventually he has to show up on that boat. Number 2, this is a funny one, Roy and Sin's date night. I am so happy that Sin is back. I love her character. In my mind, she's the more interesting version of Thea. I'll definitely have to add Date Night in the Glades to my bucket list though. That looked like a lot of fun. I'm always impressed with the stunt work on Arrow, so Roy's super dropkick over the car looked really good. It was also really funny seeing what Thea ended up giving Sin to wear. She almost looked like a dominatrix, so I kind of expected her to pull the knife on the guy in the car. I will say that after Roy revealed his powers to her earlier in the episode, I started shipping them hardcore. I know the writers really want us to like Thea, but don't you feel like Roy and Sin could have their own spin-off show? You could just call it Red Sin, and it would be the two of them going all Marvel Punisher on people in the Glades. That Bose ad campaign that was running, the Blood Rush shorts, that would have been so much more fun if it had been Roy and Sin. She's like Roy's Felicity, even though we're supposed to think that Thea is like Roy's Felicity. I keep wanting to see them hook up, but I don't think it's going to happen this season, and I'm praying that they do not kill Sin. And my number 1 moment, no surprises here, Slade in full-on Deathstroke armor for the first time. We saw it in last week's teaser, so I kept expecting him to jump into that final fight in the cannery. But in case you missed it, his Deathstroke outfit is an amalgam of the New 52 version from the comics and the version in the animated movie Son of Batman. I don't think the show will give him the special Abeo blade or any of the crazier stuff that he has in the comic books. It was so satisfying to see him fly across screen slicing up Brother Blood's men. It's just meant to show us that there is no way Oliver's going to be able to beat him on his own. In the comics, Deathstroke has been able to fight off the entire Justice League at the same time. That's Green Arrow, Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Green Lantern, all at the same time. That means that on Arrow, on the show, Oliver, Roy, and Black Canary will all have to take him on at the same time. Think about how awesome that fight is going to be. It probably will not come until the finale. Let me know what your favorite moment was in the comments below. I know, we're all thinking the same thing. Slade has to have his own spin-off show. That would be so awesome. Overall, I love the episode. The mid-season finale continues to be my favorite, but I am definitely expecting the finale to beat that. One thing that Arrow has done really well in the past and continues to do is develop his characters so well that they could sustain their own shows by themselves. Not just Barry Allen, I'm talking about Roy and Sin, Slade, even Black Canary is almost there. That is one character that I think needs some more context though. I think we're going to get that in the next League of Assassins episode, Heir to the Demon. That's episode 13, which will be happening in 2 weeks. I think it's going to take Sarah dying and Laurel taking up the mantle of Black Canary for that character to start being interesting, and there's no way to know if that's going to happen this season, if ever. They might just keep the Sarah Lance character on the show indefinitely. Quick spin-off announcement though, they have started to make casting announcements for the Flash TV pilot, so I'll be doing a separate video for that in the next couple of weeks. Be sure to subscribe to get it. Don't forget, tomorrow I'll be posting my Arrow Q&A video for this episode, so any Flash, any Arrow questions you have, just post them in the comments and I'll pick from those and put them in the video. Right now, click here for last week's episode of Arrow, and click here for my review of Black Sails. It's like Assassin's Creed Black Flag meets Treasure Island. Trust me, you will like it. It's a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. High fives.